Hi guys, my name is Chloe and this is the start of another reading vlog. Today is Monday, December 23rd, and right now I am just sitting in my kitchen and waiting for my daughter to get up. It's about 8:15 in the morning and I just heard her, so I think she's getting up now. She last night came down with a fever, so she's got a cold or something else going on. So we are going to have breakfast, and then one of my good friends from high school is coming over to visit. We were going to go to the mall and do some last minute shopping and stuff, but with my daughter being sick, I think we're just going to hang here for the morning. And then we are going to meet my dad for lunch, and then it's a tradition that he and I go to the graves of both sets of grandparents on his side, so both sets of his grandparents, and we take flowers to the graves. And so we're going to do that with Ainsley, and hopefully she'll nap in the car. She's never been a good car kid, so fingers crossed, we'll see. And that's all for the day. I am just about done with Christmas at Cranberry Point. Jeez Louise, guys, I'm never going to get the name of that right. Christmas Over Cranberry Sky, I think. I'll insert a picture right here again. But I'm just about done with that. My sister agreed to finishing it today, and then she must have gotten up early because she texted me like an hour ago, so like 7:15 in the morning, and said she was done with it. So I haven't read what her thoughts are on it yet, but there's a controversy, of course, or not a controversy, but like a miscommunication, a lack of communication that of course is going to come to a head, and then our couple will hopefully figure it out and get past it. So that's where we're at for now, and I'll finish that today. I am also reading What We Saw by Erin Hartzler. I'm reading this with Karen from Rather Be Reading, and we are reading about 100 pages a day. So today's day 2. So I will finish this hopefully tomorrow, and I will just check in later in the day and let you know how the day's going and when I finish Christmas Over a Cranberry Sky. Thanks, bye.
I'm just coming on to update really quick and let you know that I finished Christmas Over a Cranberry Sky by Holly Martin today, and I really liked it, but I think that reading it over 5 days was too long. It just drug out a holiday romance, and those are really good to just read quickly and just really envelop yourself in the atmosphere. And so reading it in smaller chunks, it was like kind of hard to get back into the atmosphere and really like into the couple. So it was good. The things I really liked were, I liked that it was a second chance romance. I liked all of the characters. I thought the pacing was good. When the controversy or the drama did come up, it was resolved pretty quickly. It didn't go on for a very long time. Potty? Yeah. Be right back. Anyway, Christmas Under a Cranberry Sky. It was good. Setting good, characters good, pacing good. Overall Christmas atmosphere, awesome. And the only reason I didn't love it more is just because I think I took too long and I couldn't just stay in that world and really buy into the cheesiness and all of that. So it was just a holiday romance. It was cheesy. It was cute. I'm going to give it about 3.5 stars. I think my sister gave it 3 stars. It's a good, quick holiday read. There's 2 side characters that are in the story, and I think the next books follow them. And my sister was more interested in one of those side characters, so I think she might read on. We both kind of agreed. If I come upon the book, I will read it. I don't think I'm going to go out and purchase the sequels, but it was good. Recommend it for a holiday read. You're not going to see this till after Christmas, so maybe put it on your TBR for next year or just let it go. It's very atmospheric, and I loved that about it. And if you can read it in a setting or two, I think it would be probably closer to a 4-star for me. So we went this morning, and today has been crazy. My daughter had like 102 fever last night, so today was kind of up in the air on how that was. So she woke up and her fever was pretty much gone. She's just a trooper most of the time about being sick or about anything. She just doesn't really let it get her down. So her fever was pretty much gone. She was acting pretty good. So we went and ran food by our local like food bank. shelter thing. So we took some food over there. Then we went and took some stuff to Goodwill, and we went, where else did we go? Ran one other errand that I can't even think. Oh, we took some toys and stuff to a friend who is kind of having a rough year, and so she needed some extra toys for her daughter for Christmas, so we took her a couple. And those cupcakes I made for the Christmas this last weekend, I made 48, and there were probably about 35 people, maybe a little more. I don't know, somewhere around there. So I knew we'd have maybe some extra, but some of them are like tween boys, so I thought I'm making 48 to make sure we have enough. Well, we had enough extra that everybody took some home, and we still have a dozen. So I gave some of those to my friend, and I'm like the cupcake lady trying to hand out cupcakes to anybody who wants them. So we've got, I think, only like 4 or 5 left, and so hopefully those will get eaten quickly. I am lactose intolerant, and so I can't eat anything with dairy. And so it's really just my husband is the only one in the house that eats them. So he's got a lot of eating to do because we also got cookies and all sorts of other treats from family this weekend. So we did all that, and then we came home, and my friend from high school came over, and it was just so great to sit down and visit with her for a little bit. And she's a teacher, so she just has, she has this couple weeks off, and then we see her more in the summer, but otherwise she teaches in a different town, and she doesn't have kids, and so it's just a little different. Finding time to get together with her is a little harder, so it was really, really fun to get together with her. And then we went over to my parents' house, and my dad and I went to lunch with my daughter. And then, I noticed her fever. She was starting to feel warm again, so I gave her some more Tylenol, and then we put her in the car, and we did our rounds to the cemeteries. And I will insert some pictures of the cemeteries. It was a beautiful day. It was like 60 degrees and just beautiful. And we were stuck in the car, but that was okay because I was really hoping she would nap. It's like a 2-hour loop to go. We go to his parents, which are on a military base, and then we go to his grandparents, which are on a farm way out in the boonies. So it takes about 2 hours to go to these places, and then so I thought, perfect, we'll go during nap. She'll take a good nap. Well, what I didn't account for is the fact that if you go on a military base, you have to stop and get a permit, which we do this twice a year and have done this since I was a kid. So you would think I would know that, but nope. And then, so we stopped then. We stopped at the first cemetery. We stopped at the second cemetery. So she fell asleep between the 2 cemeteries for like 15 minutes maybe. So yet another day of not great naps. So as you have heard in this video, there's a lot of mama, mama. And so we're just kind of counting down the minutes until my husband gets home. I'm going to try to write my review of that book. And then I have read about half of What We Saw by Aaron Hartzler. I've read about half of my section for today. And so I'm going to try to get the other half read either now before dinner time or after dinner time, or heaven forbid if I need to stay up late, I might do that. I really don't like staying up late. I love to be asleep by 9:30, but it is Christmas Eve tomorrow, and my husband's obviously not working, so we can sleep in and just kind of be slow and lazy tomorrow, and that's awesome. Hopefully, if we just keep my daughter in for a couple days, she will do okay. I just took her temperature again, and it's back up to 101, and she's not quite 2, so that's not scary high, but it's high enough that I wanted to give her a little more Tylenol and see if we can get it down. So hopefully she'll be feeling better soon. After that, so I've got What We Saw by Aaron Hartzler that I'm currently reading. And then after that, I'm not quite sure. So like I said, I'm just kind of in this awkward killing time between today and Kindle Unlimited Readathon that starts on Friday. And sometimes I can read a book in a day, and sometimes it ends up taking me a week. So I may pick something either on audio or something shorter, just that I know I can finish in the next couple days. But that's where I'm at, and I will update you more later. Bye. Hi guys, Merry Christmas Eve. It is Tuesday, December 24th, and it is about 1:30 in the afternoon. We just went to eat, and now I am waiting in the car while my husband and daughter grab a couple things in the grocery store. And so then we are going to go home. My daughter is still not feeling very good. She's got a fever still and just cough and cold. So kind of a bummer of a way to spend Christmas. But this morning my mom and dad came over and it was so fun. They came over and we just had a little Christmas with the 4 of us or 5 of us. And it was a really good time. And my daughter was really excited. This is our 3rd Christmas. So they've just kind of drawn out and it's been good. Little less overwhelming that way. So that happened this morning, and then we came to lunch, and now I'm in the car reading What We Saw by Erin Hartzler. I'm reading this with Karen from Rather Be Reading, and she finished it early this morning, my time. So I don't know what time that is, her time, but anyway, so I need to finish this today, and I've got like a little less than 100 pages, and I think I've shown you this book before. It reads very, very, very quickly, so that will be no problem. We're really hoping yet again for a good nap today. It's been pretty hit and miss lately, so hopefully a good nap. We've got some Tylenol in her, so hopefully she'll be feeling better, get some good rest, and then tonight, this afternoon, we are going to read, wrap, and assemble toys. We got her one of those little Tykes cars that, you know, your feet, they're kind of like Flintstone cars. You move them with your feet. So we got her one of those, and then like a little slide. And so both of those need to be assembled. And I just realized I have the heater going, so that's probably making noise. Sorry about that if that was in the way. But so we got her those 2 things that need to be assembled. And then just everything else, just little stuff wrapping. And so this is our first year doing stockings, because last year she was like 11 months old and didn't really know what was going on. So we just didn't really do stockings. So this year I'm doing my husband's and my daughter's, and he's doing mine. So it'll be really interesting to see what he puts in there. So hopefully at least like bookmarks or bookish things. I've told him a million bookish things that are small. So hopefully. I did get today from my parents a really cool wedge pillow, like for my bed, so I can sit in bed and read, because I really like to be in my room during nap time if possible, because if I'm out in the living room or anywhere else in the house, I start doing stuff and I don't get any reading done. So I like to be in my room, and that wedge pillow will be really fun. So I will get back on an update when I finish What We Saw. Hopefully it's today, but it may be tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is Christmas, and it's just going to be the 3 of us most of the day anyway. If we do anything, it'll be by choice. So tonight is Christmas Eve. We're not going to take my daughter to church because she's sick. So the church we go to is pretty close to my parents' house, so we'll either take her there or else my parents will come over to my house and watch her, just because I don't want her to get anybody else sick, and being out at night, I just don't want her to get any sicker or anything. So that's that. But then tomorrow is a PJ day, home day, and I couldn't be more excited. So I will check in either tonight or tomorrow and update you on my thoughts on What We Saw. I also did start Dreams of Falling by Karen White. It's a book that Nicole from Girly Girl Bookworm sent me, and I don't think she read it. I think she unhauled it without reading it, but it's got really high ratings on Goodreads, and so far I'm really liking it. It's like a generational novel about a woman and her mom, and then her grandma and her 2 best friends. But her biological grandma was one of the 3 friends and died. So she was kind of like, her mom was then raised by one of the other 2. And so that one's kind of an honorary grandma. And it's just really interesting figuring out kind of what happened to her biological grandma and just how this all relates. And at the very beginning, her mom gets in an accident, or has something happen to her. So it's just really interesting. I really love generational stories like that. And it's all women, and I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't matter if there's men or women or whatever, but I'm really enjoying it. And it's a nice contrast to this What We Saw, because this is a YA dealing with rape, and
just kind of a heavier teen focused topic. And then this other one is more just of a kind of quiet life study. And it's just, so far, I'm really enjoying both, and I'm really liking reading both at the same time. The Karen White one I have physically and on audio, so I was listening to it on audio this morning. I got some silicone, like cupcake thing. They're not cupcakes, but silicone molds, and I made a ton of muffins. And so I'm hoping my daughter will be really excited in the morning, because there's trees and snowmen and gingerbread men and snowflakes and all sorts of fun stuff that the muffins look like. So that'll be fun. So I listened to that while I did that. And then with all the new toys coming in, Mama had a little breakdown and needed to clear out some toys. So while my parents were there this morning, they kind of distracted her, and I went through some of the toys and filled 2 boxes worth of stuff that either will be saved for the new baby, because it's like baby stuff, or it'll just be saved until our new house when we have a little more room. So that feels so good. Going home to a clean, organized house is great. And yeah, so this has been like 7 minutes of me talking and barely saying anything bookish. So I'm going to go for now, and we'll check in later.
Guys, Merry Christmas. It is Christmas morning, and it's about 9 o'clock. We got up and did stockings, and now my husband and daughter are finishing breakfast, and I decided to sneak in here to my office to do a quick review of What We Saw by Aaron Hartzler. I did finish it last night, but I didn't end up coming on here because we went to church, and like I said, we took my daughter to my parents' house. So by the time we picked her up, came home, ate dinner, got everything done, then yesterday I finished that book during nap time, so I didn't do all the wrapping and assembling I needed to do, so I did that late, and night times are so hard for me with nausea and all that kind of stuff, so I just didn't come on here. Long story short, I didn't come on here. So I really liked the book. I think I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. It was a YA, so if you're not into YA, this may not be the best for you, and it does deal with rape and just rape culture and how people view rape victims. I thought the story was really, really good. Both Karen and I had strong emotional responses to it. Like, I was just disgusted for most of the book, and I'm angry at the characters. I think that it is disgusting how this happened, and just the boys' behavior after is disgusting, and the coach's behavior and the principal's behavior. It was I can't think of another word besides disgusting and repulsive, and they deserve to lose everything for what they did to this poor girl. So I thought the book was awesome. The ending, I didn't love, and Karen brought up a good point. I think the ending is very realistic as to what would probably actually happen if this were to occur in a high school today. But I just wish the author would have taken the opportunity to really make some people's worlds crumble because of their part in this situation. So I'm not going to say much more than that because it's a really quick read and I don't want to spoil anything. But the reason it's not a 5-star is because I just think the ending could have been a little better in my opinion, although it is very realistic. So it's kind of a personal preference thing. I would rather really stick it to the people who are involved, but unfortunately that is not always what happens. So yeah, but I really loved that. And now I'm reading Dreams of Falling by Karen White. I'm listening to that on audio, but I also do have it physically. And so I think today and tomorrow I'll just kind of finish that. It's a big book and a long audio book. So I think I'll just work on finishing that in the next couple days and then be ready for the Kindle Unlimited readathon that starts on Friday. So that's where I'm at, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful Christmas day. I'm going to end this vlog tomorrow
because I'm going to do a separate one for the Kindle Unlimited Readathon. So stay tuned for my TBR and then that vlog, and we'll be seeing lots of you. Bye.
Hey guys, I'm just coming to you quick from the car yet again. Holidays are over, so here we are in the car. It's Thursday, December 26th, and we just finished at the doctor for my daughter. She has bronchitis, so that's no fun, but this is the second holiday that we've been sick. On Thanksgiving, we were all sick, and now for Christmas, she was just not feeling good. So hopefully we will get her on a little baby Z-Pack, and she'll be feeling better soon. Then as far as reading goes, I'm still finishing Dreams of Falling by Karen White, and I'm really liking it. I'm almost done, but it is a chunker of a book. So I've got a little bit left in that. Hopefully finish it today because the Kindle Unlimited Readathon starts tomorrow. And then I'm also currently reading the third Babysitter's Club, The Truth About Stacy by Ann M. Martin. I and my sister and I were both obsessed with this series, and I think we have I have now the first 120 books or so. And I started a reread of this and obviously didn't get very far because I'm only on number 3 now, but I wanted something quick and easy that I could get through in a day. So I'm going to read that today, and then tomorrow starts the Kindle Unlimited Readathon. So I will check in later and close up this vlog, and we'll talk to you then. Bye.
Okay guys, I didn't know if I could do it, but I did. I finished the Babysitter's Club book today, as well as Dreams of Falling by Karen White. So first I'm going to talk about the Babysitter's Club book. It was the third one, and it was called The Truth About Stacy. And Stacy was the one from New York, and she came and she's got diabetes. And I think that came out in the last story, but this one's just really cute about her and her struggles. And I just thought it gave a lot of good lessons for kids on how to treat friends if they have an illness or just some sort of difference about them, whether it be food allergy or some sort of anything. I think now it's just so relatable that kids have things and people are different, and I thought it was a good way of teaching that. They also, in this one, the Babysitter's Agency pops up, and that's a competition, and the girls deal with that really well and take the high road. And I thought that was good to see, and also a good conversation starter for kids. So I'm so excited to read this series with my daughter someday when she's bigger, and I just think they're really standing the test of time. So then the next one, Dreams of Falling by Karen White. It was a long book, and I feel like that was part of my complaint. I gave it 3.5 stars because it was a very good multi-generational family drama. It's about a girl named Larkin who goes back to her hometown in South Carolina because her mom has fallen and is in the hospital. And so when she goes back, her mom was raised by one of her grandmother's friends because her grandmother died when the mom was like 2 years old. And so she died in a fire at the family estate, and the whole book kind of surrounds the mystery of this fire and what happened, because it was kind of suspicious. So was she killed? What happened? Who was responsible? Who was there? It was just a big mystery. So the whole book is surrounding that, and it's told from multiple perspectives in the current timeline, as well as Cece, the best friend that raised the mom and stuff. It's told from her perspective back in the 50s. Margaret is the grandmother, and then another friend named Biddy. They were all 3 really good friends back in the 50s. And then things happen. Margaret had a baby, and then 2 years later she died, and now we're following Ivy. Ivy is the woman who fell and is in the hospital. And then Larkin is her kid who's going back to the hometown to figure this all out. So it was really interesting. That's kind of confusing, and it sounds like a lot of characters, but it really made sense the whole time. My only complaints were, one, that I thought it was too long, just because there were some storylines about Ivy's love life that I didn't feel were really necessary. And yet Ivy was still also kind of underdeveloped, because they talk about her being flighty, and Larkin has this obsession with dreams because she's just trying to figure out her mom and help her. And all of that felt kind of underdeveloped. So, and then also Biddy, one of the grandmother's friends, she like was just an accessory to the story. She was really underdeveloped, and I wish she would have either been more explained or really just left out completely, and it had it be just Margaret and Cece that were best friends, because I just really didn't see the purpose of her. I loved the Southern setting. I thought that was really fun and good. I love family dramas, and I thought it was just really interesting, and there's love situations and war and just trying to figure out what the right thing to do is versus what your heart wants to do. And I just thought it was really, really good. So I would recommend it. Like I said, 3.5 stars. Not the best, but worth a read for sure. So that is it. I right now have a very clear shelf, and I'm going to go to bed and just watch BookTube and not start anything until the morning when Kindle Unlimited Readathon starts. So I'm definitely not staying up till midnight, and I'm not getting up at midnight. But I normally get up about 5:45, so I can work out and eat breakfast and get ready by myself before my daughter gets up and just have a minute of like mama time. So I will probably start reading one of those tomorrow morning. So we'll check in. This is going to be the end of this vlog, and then I will start a new vlog tomorrow morning for the Kindle Unlimited Readathon. So that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching if you watched this long, and I hope you have a great rest of your week and weekend. And if you're participating in the Kindle Unlimited Readathon, please let me know and comment on my TBR, my vlog for that, whatever. I am so excited for this readathon because I think it's so fun and so many big names in romance and in BookTube. It's just going to be awesome. So that's all. Have a good night. Bye.